Meet me at the crossroads, meet me at the, y'all know what I'm saying. Bone Thugs for life. It's hard to believe that we're already at day 21 of Vlogmas. It's been a pleasure to bring you guys all this content. And we've got a freshly redesigned course once again for day 21. I'm Connor O'Reilly with Team Lone Star Discs and Team OTB Discs. And we're here at Heritage Park in Belton, Texas. This is the course that used to be the home site of the Open at Belton, a tournament that came from humble beginnings and made its way all the way to the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Last year it became the Open at Austin, same kind of tournament team shifting down. And I know they lost a portion of this park. They got a new road coming through here. They got a boat dock off on the beautiful river area. So we lost a couple holes. I know they redesigned a good chunk of the holes, not sure exactly how many. So excited to show you guys this newly redesigned Heritage Park and to give you guys my first initial thoughts on it. The new hole 1 is a par 3, 220 or so feet. It plays quite a bit down the hill, teeing from this spray painted area up on the concrete here. And there is a line of rocks, or a circle of rocks around the basket around Circle's Edge that I could see a tournament director maybe spray painting, making it an island on this one. I think playing as an island is pretty cool. I'm gonna go alpha horny toad, just play this left side, forehand skip in. Don't really need the legs on this one. A little bit low, can I get the straight skip? Yep, we got a putt. Bit of a saw job, but we're looking at it. Pretty close putt, but we do have a right to left wind blowing off the field to keep us honest. No problem for the blue bonnet though. Man, the comfort that I have after coming off a day 20 putting with a little bit more of a premium plastic penny. Back to my V2s. Whew. We're in the comfort zone. Hole 2 has some of the same remnants as the old hole, and this just goes to show how turf tee pads can be good, but if you don't maintain them, I mean, that's the deepest rivet I've ever seen on a, you could ride a boat down this thing. Still almost the same hole as the old one. One of the more loved holes out here. The pin can at times be tucked a little bit further over that hill, but this one's a reachable par 4, about 460 feet, low ceiling here in the middle of the flight that you got to deal with. And the wind coming off the field is going to make it hard to toss a roller, which can give you a good option here at the eagle. So I'm gonna have to go to the warbird, rip it flat, have it fight the wind nicely, and use the right side of this tee box, hoping that, all right, I should check. All right, no sinkholes up there on the right, so should be good. Clear for takeoff. Ooh. Gotta get my feet more than half an inch off the ground while I move to get off this back of the tee here. Third time's the charm. A little bit of turn on that warbird. You can see it fight back to edge and get a big skip. We got a long chip up at it. This basket on the left, I'm not sure if it's for a shorter layout or if there's a hole later on playing to this basket and crisscrossing this hole. If so, ouch. We're gonna need to redesign this one because I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be confused for a little bit seeing some of these tee boxes strewn about and all these new basket locations. Some of you locals might have to fix some of our play in the comments, but U-Disc will guide us through for the most part. I was gonna go with the bull snake, but I don't wanna come in on this hillside with too much angle, and this one really wants to fight hard at the end, so I'm gonna go to the Dillo, a little soft hyzer at it. Oh, I thought I hit the one tree in existence on that hillside, but luckily faded just in front for a tap in birdie. A hole I definitely want to be giving myself an eagle look on, but in this wind, I'm totally cool with the chip up for birdie. Back-to-back birdies to start. And down there on the hill, you can see the old pole location for the harder pin position on this hole. Hole 3 is one of the original holes before the redesign. It's a tricky par 3. There's a new mandatory pole here on the right, keeping you in left, so it takes away the spike crashing hyzer. Forces you through the tunnel. You fly on this flat ground here, and then it steeply drops off, flattens back out. The river is only 40, 30 feet to the left, so if you really cook a forehand or a backhand too fast, you could find yourself there. I'm gonna go horny toed, flex forehand. Should suit this shot. Pretty money. Come back. Oh, I cooked it. I was headed for that river, but one of them tree trunks said, no, buddy, you're good. Stay in, take a long putt at it. Thank you, trees. I was unaware of the new pin location making this hole a bit longer. When I saw 300 feet on UDisc, I didn't quite believe it, but I thought maybe the downhill nature played a trick on me. There it is, new location, tucked back. So we're gonna play to that one with the armadillo chip up. Use that hillside, you can shank it, still give yourself a putt. Sloppy. All right, awkward footing here. Still inside the circle though. Oh my gosh. Strong on it, putting from down. Didn't make the adjustment. Whew. A lot of fresh cuts in here that look kind of like poison ivy to me that are a little bit scary. I'm gonna have to alcohol wipe after this playthrough because all these little stems to me are looking like that mean green itching machine stuff. We don't like that. We are on the tee of the infamous fourth 444 foot par 4. You know I love nerdy stuff like that. This one has a dichotomy of scores. You'll see everything from a 2 to an 8 on a hole like this. Tight tunnel for this first portion. If you can fly it about 280 to 300, you'll get past the gates of hell into the open. You'll be putting on the turtleback green, one of the many man-made constructed mounded greens out here at Heritage that are kind of part of the characteristic nature that you think of when you think of this place. I'm going Frio, alpha plastic, looking for a straight flight. Little hyzer out of the hand, flipping to flat, but it catches a bunch of vines that you can't really see hanging from up top here in the tunnel. Pull me left, gonna be a lean out forehand probably. Megan wants me to show you guys that it's smart to throw a mid-range on a hole like this, just to break it into 2 shots, take that birdie, and don't be the guy taking the 8 because he tried to 2 it. So here we are, Texas Ranger. Smart play. Yeah, you know, Megan's onto something. She's onto something. But I'm gonna take my scramble 3 because I got a good enough forehand and I'm an aggressive guy. We are hanging onto this cliff edge by a thread. And if this out of bounds line was actually intact, flag to flag, I still think I might be barely inbounds. I'll leave an X in the ground. Y'all can come back with a string, take it flag to flag for me if you want. But I'm keeping my stroke here. Take my disc flip. Oh no, I can see some paint marks from the old tournament on this tree trunk. We're in bounds, y'all. We're in bounds. We've got a shot suited for the flex forehand. This one's that horny toed alpha plastic. Watch it work. A little low, but it's gonna slide up nicely. The base of the hill, we're putting. Let's take our 3, hightail it out of here. If I would have consulted with my caddy, videographer, girlfriend extraordinaire, she would have told me, play a mid-range off the tee. Give yourself an open opportunity to chip it in. But I didn't, because I'm a boy. Not as much of the slide up as I expected. We got a meaty putt on a scary green. Gotta give it a chance. Oh, I thought that was soft, but caught in the left side chains. Blue bonnets doing work. Oh God, player 2. Good thing when player 1 has it, player 2 doesn't need to, and we're okay with a miss like that. So it's fine. I will say some better signage out here, especially with this short course and long course kind of crisscrossing a whole bunch. Will be nice because I'm really having to rely on UDisc to find my way to each tee. This one's missing its sign. That's okay. I understand, you know, a lot of change sometimes. Uncertainty. You don't want to make a bunch of tee signage if you know the course is going to change again. And we got a 1,054-foot par 5 here in the 5th, playing to the same basket location of old hole 9, I believe it was, in that pecan orchard over there. This one's wide open. Nothing about it other than getting your distance, trying to play for 3 if you can. I'm going Bravo Warbird. A little bit of turn out of the hand, fighting back at the end. And we got a ways to go, but who knows, maybe we can get on it and get a big bird. We lasered into the basket at 500 feet, and if you do the math, that means I threw it at 550. A little bit downhill, but y'all can forget about that. Bravo Warbird, going back to the same one. Gonna hit it flat, looking for a little bit of turn, and then a healthy fight back. Out wide, can I and get a little play? A bit there. Didn't quite get the distance I needed. We got a within 100 feet for eagle, and it should be a simple birdie at the worst. We're cool with that. Looking about 100 feet, but we're blocked by this tree, so I'm gonna go to the Annie forehand with the armadillo. Take our birdie and move on. Next time, I'm gonna go roller off the tee, get some more distance so I can make it more manageable coming in. And remember that now there's a new path skip or parking lot skip available on that approach if you get enough spin on it. Don't throw into the parking lot, bad advice. Oh, putting right up into that sunshine, but good thing I got my fancy Lone Star Disc Safari hat on. Ready for anything, to tell you the truth. It's a pretty long walk across the new parking lot over here to hole 6, but great to see that they're upgrading the park with some new amenities. It is a beautiful place out here and a lot of stuff for anybody truly to enjoy the day. We got a 750-foot wide open par 4. Baskets tucked on this tree line to the left. Really pick your poison off the tee. Just avoid this styrofoam cup on the ground with your fancy feet. You should probably bomb a warbird into this little bit of headwind we got. Rip that thing into the headwind. You can see it fighting though. Such integrity on the warbird. Pushing it over to the right should open my angles up as well, so let's see what we got. UDisc tells me I have about 330 feet in, and we're gonna see how accurate it is. I'm gonna go to the spur on that kind of low backhand shot, looking for one nice skip as I approach around circle's edge to the right side. That's a little sawed off. Hopefully it gets a dig and skip. Yeah, need a little more power on that thing. I'm gonna see how correct UDisc was, you know? Oh my gosh, 380. Well, did I get a rethrow or something? UDisc just played me, you guys. I'm taking it. Rewind that. You know what? False information. We need some updated locations out here, and I'm gonna go to the Seguin because at 380, that's more of a Seguin distance here. Pop on this thing. Forget that that first throw ever happened, to be honest with y'all. And that's more like it. That thing is tracking. Give me the big pop. Oh, rejected by the one tree within 100 feet of the basket. Well, that's a big trunk. That thing earned that rejection with some years of growth. Gonna have to go to the straddle putt here. Basket was pretty low, so I had to take an extra second just to make sure I stayed down on it, commit to the putt. I'm a tall guy. A basket like this makes me feel very tall. As soon as my knees getting into that cage, it just feels like I'm putting really down, which isn't a bad thing because then you can get extra aggressive. So use it to your advantage, big guys. Hole 7, 703 feet, straight ahead through this gap of a couple trees you can see. Another pick your poison off the tee, nothing really in the way. I'm gonna lay down a roller because I'm looking for max distance on a shot like this. And just gotta avoid that one mound on the right. So I'm gonna put a little hyzer flip on this bad boy. Tumbleweed. Oh, I'm headed right for the mound. Cut right of it. Come on, buddy. Yes. Good thing the tumbleweed wants to turn, and that's why I like out of my rollers. Fortunately, the wind beat it up, pushed me away from that mound. Got an open lane. We got 316 feet in on a gentle hyzer line. Great time to showcase the midi. A little bit low, gonna need a skip or two. Got a little bit of ground play. Circle one's edge, needed some more height on that shot. Wind still coming off that open field as it has been all day, and I was able to use it there to keep a softer pace putt than normal up in the air. Learn the wind directions, it makes a big difference. Hole 8's about 330 feet, it's a par 3, and it's guarded by a couple lines of trees on either side of the fairway, shaping the shot. Low ceiling brought in by this branch on this second tree here to the right, forcing you out to the left to start, bringing it back in. I'm liking the line of the turnover mid-range, so I'm gonna go with the Texas Ranger. You can see the basket by that T sign that has the sun glaring off it right back there. And you might not see this clear disc as it flies through the air, but when you hear the chains, make no mistake. Talking a lot of smack, missing the line. It had the right pace though, so I got a pin high putt back at it. Oh man. Let's go. Able to sink another crosswind, this time from circle 2 to keep a solid, pretty hot round going. One more hole in the front 9. Hole 9 is 322 feet and it plays onto one of the most treacherous greens on this property, the old hole 17 green. You want to put it close on this hole more so than any green on this property. I can promise you that. And I'm going Artemis power grip. Just try to beam it to the hillside. Give ourselves a chance here. A little bit of turn out of the hand, holding and fighting nicely. And we almost slipped up onto the hill. Slithered back down though. Not sure whose idea it was to put the erosion control of a turf tee up on top, but it's definitely been helpful over time and probably also caused some interesting reactions. Oh no, you guys. Left in the chains, I let that right to left kind of blow me. Exposed it on too much hyzer angle. Needed to come out flat there. At least it didn't roll away. We're onto the back 9, playing onto one of the old par 4 greens. Used to play a big straight bomb shot, skip it up onto the hill. Now you got a dead straight shot into that slopey green at 300 feet. I'm gonna go to the midi, try to ace run it, because with that backstop, there's really no danger of coming in hot here. Line is great, just too low. Hopefully it jumps. It does not. We got a big putt up the hill. Let's jump it in. So you're saying there's a chance? There's always a chance with the V2 Bluebee. Told y'all. Oh my gosh. Thought I sunk it. Didn't get that late fade because I put so much pop on that thing. Fingers getting strong. Strongest fingers on a tour next season, promise. That's a par there. Like the line, I just needed a lot more height out of the hand. Hole 11's 231 feet, and instead of playing from down in the gully up to this hillside, they kind of flip this hole around. You're teeing from the old green area, and the pin is kind of almost on that old tee. I'm gonna go penny putter, soft hyzer here, because you're looking for a straight penetrating hyzer. That's yanked, but it might get lucky. Yeah, I mean, penny putter, fought through, put it on a good angle even though my timing was late. And when you throw the penny putter, you get lucky, especially possibly when I get a Tour Series one. Extra luck there. All right, fortunate look. Let's try to capitalize. Boom. Never a doubt. As soon as you left the hand, check mark. Hole 12 is a pretty wicked right hand flex forehand shape. It's gonna be extremely hard to park this one because it looks like some kind of new cut ground where you need to land to skip back. If there's any disc that can fly a line like this though, it's gonna be the Chupacabra. So I'm gonna flex out of the hand, just try to avoid, you can tell they recently cut this because all the vines have just been cut to die off so they can pull them out. So there's just hundreds of vines kind of dangling. So there will be more sealing as this hole matures, and I think it will mature nicely. It looks a little rough right now, but I think if you get this one manicured, it's actually a really good hole. Oh, and there's those vines I was talking about, and they stymied my shot. Whoops. As y'all can see, I caught all these vines hanging down about head height here. Definitely making the hole quite a bit trickier as is right now. I gotta get creative here. I feel like I gotta go penny putter, quick roller. Only chance. Sending it. This for y'all. I tried. Oh my gosh. You'd rather burn this one over out to freaking Nebraska than be on the right side here, I promise you. All right, we got a tricky window to try to save a long par. Ooh, this hole is playing tough. Like I said, I see the potential. I think it'll mature nicely. This little bush has proven to be a tough obstacle on a close putt. Snuck it into that right side for a par. Actually, that's a bogey. Wishful thinking. Our current hole 13 also plays along the same track of land as the previous hole 13, which was maybe the biggest backup hole in the history of Disc Golf Pro Tour. People were literally going to the food trucks, getting in their vehicles, driving down, getting some tacos, coming back before their car teed back off. So let's see what the counter play is, playing back up the opposite way. A really tough tee surface here with not only a big stump, but extremely uphill run up. I'm gonna go Texas Ranger on this 400-foot par 4. Just try to make some progress. And I'm gonna tee from up here because I don't like how that puts me on the left side. All right. I stayed in the air on slight turn the entire time. Should be exactly where we're looking to be, assuming that you're playing a slow disc, like a mid-range at least. Chip in opportunity on this technical but short par 4. V2 Armadillo. Do it, come on, dunk it. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was everything but in the basket. And don't forget the Texas Ranger is one of the most versatile straight flying mid-rangers on the market, and it can handle a lot of power as well. Easy threezy here on 13. And this hole has been one that people have probably had legitimate nightmares about this one. At least the old hole. Back in the day, you know, them old back in the day holes, they're always so much tougher, you know, old school guys. Hole 14's about 375 feet of buttery hyzer flip. I'm gonna go to the flat top spur. Should be a money flyer here. Just gotta manage the downhill run up. Last one was very up, this one was about down. If you put them together, you'd be looking at an even one. I need a huge skip, massive. Oh, I mean, Texas size skip, Texas made plastic. What other tool would you need for a trick like that? Nothing but an alpha spur. Perfect hole for the LSD spur. This one, like I mentioned, has a flat top, and on this particular run, the first production run, the flat tops are straighter. So if you're looking for a straighter spur, get a flat top. I've only thrown the alpha plastic, so I don't know how the Bravos fly, but at least for the alpha, flat top straight, domey, a little more finish. Hole 15 is another wide open tee shot par 4. We do have this kind of skinny dead tree, or leafless tree I should say. He's just hibernating. On the left here, road on the right, so you can maybe get some skip back, but you aren't going to want to hang it over that road because I'm guessing it's out of bounds. And unfortunately, we're not playing onto the built up green that we used to play a par 5 onto. We're playing out into the open field. So I'm going to go bombs away on this Warbird. Bravo plastic. You are going to say bravo when you see how far it flies. A little bit of stand up, rather safe. Found myself at the base of that old green. It's gonna make the tricky footing arise on that next shot, but we'll see how to manage it. Rest in peace to the old tiger paw green. Seen better days, and it used to have the sticks, mozzarella sticks, whatever y'all want to call them, the corn dogs, I think a lot of people called them, with the way they were encased, sticking out from the front. I'm going blue bonnet, try to dunk this one. This is V1 plastic. Nice flat release on that V1 blue bonnet. You can see the late stability. Shout out to the one random log on the green for keeping me close, even though that thing wasn't going anywhere. Once V1 plastic hits the ground, it has a short shelf life. Looking around, there's no way this log got here naturally, so whoever left it here, thanks for keeping me a disc length closer for this birdie, even though unfortunately the old, what U-disc was showing as a tee area would have added another 150 feet to this hole, but it was now just a road, so I didn't want to tee from a random road area. Thought it might not look great. Hole 16 is a pretty open tee shot, though it narrows in as you get to that wood line there, and it's going to be tucked up to the left on an upslope. It says it's only about 420 feet, so definitely eagleable. You just got to precision hit this backhand flex line. I'm going Warbird, alpha plastic. This is my stable one. 2 planes, 2 chains, 2 throws for this one. Fight out, come on buddy, quick fight, go. Dang, that thing was cooking. And it had a lot of juice left when it stopped flying. See you later, soldier. We didn't get my second shot on camera, but you can see the adjustment up there, putting up at it from about 40. Little penny putter, uphill, backhand, straight shot. Proud of that gap. Might have been a short shot, but I've had some bad short shots recently. If you didn't see yesterday's debacle on hole 12, see right? Ooh, one of the worst 120-foot shots y'all have seen in a month or 3. The finish of new 16 feels equal parts disc golf green and hiking trail. Right here at the crossroads. Meet me at the crossroads, meet me at the, y'all know what I'm saying. Bone Thugs for life. 17 sand, it's 270 feet tucked to the left, so I'm gonna base my choice off of that knowledge. No wonder I've been playing so bad, I forgot to stop whining. Oh my. Not all plastic is the same. This Texas made stuff though. top notch. Horny toed, alpha plastic, flat release. Those holes that you need to scout before you really play it, because all you got to do is push it straight to give yourself an open look. A little bit of left is a bonus, but it really baits you. If you're short on this corner, you're left with nothing but this forehand roller dillo shot that I'm going to throw. Jump, buddy, jump. I've been liking the armadillo forehand roller when I need to just work it to the left pretty quickly and don't want to mess with anything too fast. Next time, I will not fall for the trick. I'm just gonna play it straight, give myself a 25 footer. If I'm anywhere closer than that, I'll tell my card mates to pat me on the back. Hole 18 is using the old tee of 17 where you blasted a shot out into the open onto that big mounted green with the turf tee up there. But now we have a new kind of small gap cut over here to the left, leading you directly to where old hole 18's green was, and that's where the new 18's green still remains. We're just playing a much different shot. 300 feet, pretty dead straight, tightest gap yet on the course. I'm gonna go penny putter, prioritize hitting the gap, keeping on enough hyzer to get some ground play as I smack into the ground down there. Little inside, but that should work to my favor the way the ground slopes. Yeah, I got that anti-checkup. Bounced a little bit up to the right as it went forward, and that turned out great. That's all she wrote for the new layout out here at Heritage Park in Belton, Texas, the former home of the Open at Belton, a course that has seen some Disc Golf Pro Tour Silver event action, has now moved on to the Open at Austin. Thank you to everyone who's ever worked on this beautiful property. And I'm gonna be having a meeting with Big Country Peyton Manziel about maybe coming out, getting a little redesign out here, because this place deserves it. It deserves high quality disc golf. It's a beautiful park. It has all the land that you need, and there's already a lot of it kind of cut and ready. And there's a bunch more of it just waiting to be explored. Once again, for day 21 of Vlogmas, I'm Connor O'Reilly with Team Lone Star Disc and Team OTB Discs. It's been a pleasure to bring you guys this new look at Heritage Park. I know I missed the old layout, and I'm sure many of you do, but it's always great to see a park expanding and evolving, and hopefully we can get some premier disc golf back here in the near future. And if you're thinking about designing a course in your local area and you want me to help you, I would love to. I have a very analytical mind, and I like to look at all the little details, and I also feel like I have a good amount of experience now playing disc golf at the top level, seeing what these courses are supposed to demand out of us. And also, I'm a fan of the game, and I like to see the game myself, so I want it to be not only challenging but exciting for the fans to watch. And thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see y'all tomorrow for day 22.